Hello dear students, I am Dr. Nitin Naik from the Department of Structural Engineering, Sanjivani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. Friends, in the fourth semester of SYB Tech Structural Engineering, you know you will learn this particular subject analysis of determinate structure. And through this video, I will explain few introductory terms related to analysis of structures. Later on in due course of time, we will discuss what is meant by determinate structure and what is meant by indeterminate structure. So let us start this introductory class. First we will start with the definition of structure. What is meant by structure? Structure is any construction which consists of members or elements, joints or nodes, supports or constraints, and which can support external loads. And under these external loads, the structure or the construction can maintain its equilibrium. For example, in this figure, we are having a structure or a construction which consists of members. So in this figure, AB is a member, BC is a member, CD is a member, DA is a member, AC is again a member, diagonal member, BD is the second member. So all these are the members, and these members are connected to each other with the help of joints. So this is joint A, this is joint B, this is joint C, this is joint D. So all members are connected to each other with the help of joints, and this entire construction is resting on supports. So at A, this is roller support, at C, this is hinged support. Again, we will discuss about the different types of supports. So here D is a roller support and C is a hinged support. So this entire construction or assembly of members connected to each other with the help of joints is resting on two supports. Now if we apply some load on this structure or say assembly, it can support the load. Now here if load is acting at joint A, the load will be transferred to members and members will transfer the load to the foundation or to the supports. This is truss, and truss can carry members acting at joints only, so we are talking about joints. So this assembly, which consists of different members connected to each other with the help of joints and supported on proper supports, is called as structure. And what is meant by analysis? Analysis means finding the internal forces as well as the support reactions which will develop in the structure because of the external load. Remember, the assembly or the construction must support the load and must maintain its equilibrium. Then it can serve the purpose and it can be called as structure. Now what is meant by idealization of structure? According to the configuration, means its layout, structures are idealized in different ways. First one is discrete system. Discrete system means a system which consists of line elements. Line elements means one-dimensional elements. One-dimensional elements. So a system which consists of line elements is called as discrete system. One-dimensional elements are long in comparison to their cross-sectional dimensions. So here, what is the meaning of one-dimensional elements? One-dimensional elements are the elements which are long in comparison to their cross-sectional dimensions. For example, ties. Ties is a tension member which is normally used in trusses, columns, beams, cables, etc. These are the one-dimensional element. Because if you consider a beam, it is long enough if we compare its length with cross-sectional dimensions, and hence beam can be called as one-dimensional element. So a system which consists of one-dimensional elements or line elements is called as discrete system. Frame structures like continuous beam, portal frame, trusses are the example of discrete system. Why truss is called as a discrete system? Because it consists line element or one-dimensional element. So AB is a member having considerable length. but having negligible cross-sectional area, or the cross-sectional dimensions are less as compared to its length, hence is called as line element. So this particular structure, it consists of different line elements or one dimensional elements, and hence this structure, that is this truss, can be called as discrete system. Similarly, this is a frame which consists of different members connected to each other. Okay, all these members are one dimensional. While doing the analysis, we will consider its length only. So these are the line elements, and hence the structure is called as discrete system. Second type is on continuum system. Continuum system, it consists of two-dimensional or three-dimensional elements. Two-dimensional or three-dimensional elements. Surface elements like plates, slabs, shells, etc. are the two-dimensional elements. These elements have surface elements large compared to their thickness. Now let us consider this plate. This plate is having some dimensions. So this is the surface of the element. Okay. These dimensions are considerable as compared to its third dimension, that is thickness, and hence called as two-dimensional element. So a slab or a plate or even a shell is called as two-dimensional element. Volume elements consist of foundation. So this is foundation, large foundation is called as volume element. Walls, deep beam, dams, massive foundations which have all the dimensions significant. Such elements are called as three-dimensional elements. So here this is 3D element. This is a retaining wall, or you can call it as a dam section. So it is a volume element. It is having all the three dimensions significant, while this is two-dimensional element. The thickness is not significant. The cross sectional, the thickness is not significant, but the other two remaining dimensions are significant. So having large surface area, thickness is negligible. Having large volume, hence volume element, all the three dimensions are significant. Here this block is a foundation, massive foundation, having all the dimensions significant. So such elements are called as volume elements or three-dimensional elements. So a continuum system is nothing but a system which consists of two-dimensional or three-dimensional elements. Now combined system. A system made of line elements, surface elements or volume element is called as combined system or hybrid system. Now in this figure, this particular frame is combination of 2D, 1D and 3D elements. For example, here this is foundation. Foundation is a volume element, three-dimensional. All the dimensions are significant, while these beams and columns are one-dimensional elements. And slab, this is slab. Slab is a two-dimensional element. So it consists of combination of all the elements, volume, surface as well as one dimensional or line element, and hence such system is called as combined system or hybrid system. Here also this figure shows a wall, foundation, column, beams and a slab. So it is combined system or called as hybrid system. For example, bridge decks, beams and slab of a building, etc. are hybrid systems. Then third mode is skeletal structure. Skeletal structures are also called as framed structures. These structures are idealized as theoretical models with an assumption that the members behave as one-dimensional and point specification of joints. So here these members, we are assuming that these members are behaving in one direction only, or their behavior is one dimensional. So this is continuous beam which is fixed at one end and having three more supports is a skeletal structure. This is grid. This is first beam, this is second beam, this is third beam connected to each other and it forms a grid. So grid is a skeletal structure. Arch, this is three-hinged arch, is a skeletal structure. Space frame is a skeletal structure. Truss is a skeletal structure, and a portal frame is again a skeletal structure. So skeletal structures or frame structures are idealized as theoretical models with an assumption that the members behave in one dimension. Okay. Now, based on the few introductory terms, these are the questions which you may come across during your examination. First question is define structure with the help of neat sketch. So here you have to write the definition of structure and you have to draw one neat sketch defining the structure and all its components. Second question is explain different types of system, of course with neat sketch, and the third one is with the help of neat sketches explain skeletal structure. So this is first video related to introductory part of analysis of determinate structure. Very soon I will upload the second video again related to analysis of determinate structure. Thank you.